Hey everybody, welcome back. Today we're going to be going over, I gotta tighten that up. That's no bueno. We're going to be going over my 1969 Chevy C10 here. Little backstory of it, when I bought it. Older lady was selling it because her husband died, and the kids didn't want it, and selling it for $1,000. It's 2-wheel drive, and 3 on the tree. Yeah, selling it for $1,000, and picked it up. Oh, it was like out in a field or something like that. I think I have a picture of it here for you. Got it out of the part of the field or whatever, back in the woods, and she fired right off. Couldn't believe it. Put some new gas in it. Yeah, started right up. So picked it up with that truck over there. Yeah, and gonna be doing a video on that one next, so if you stay tuned for that one too, I'll be going over that one. But yeah, so got it back home. The e-brake wasn't working. A bunch of stuff. You know, obviously older truck, gonna have problems with it. E-brake is what I'm referencing because it's 3 on the tree. And yeah, so this is pretty much the same condition I got it as. It's pretty rusty, as you can see, but I mean, I eventually want to restore it and stuff like that. Only had 2 problems with it so far. I've owned it for, oh man, 6 years or something like that. 2 problems. One was caused by myself, and the other just didn't know what was going on. The first one was that it's 3 on the tree, so I was getting kind of new at driving 3 on the tree. I've never done that before, and so I kind of burnt up the clutch, which in turn I had to redo that. I didn't redo it. I had somebody else redo it. And then because it's a 2-piece drive line, they had to fix the bearing, or the bearing for the 2-piece. Yeah, so I believe it has a 30, no, not a 307. Yeah, 307. I think it's a 307. Not quite sure why I think it's a 307 is because of that right there, and I haven't checked the numbers. I honestly don't really know how to check the numbers, but yeah. And then the other thing that was wrong with it was I ran it out of gas one time at my end of my driveway, and put more gas in it, and it wouldn't start. Didn't know what was wrong. Thought it was a carburetor. That wasn't it. And I had a guy I was working for. He knows a lot about trucks and stuff, and yeah, he couldn't figure out what was wrong with it, so we took it to a guy, and turned out it was the points. So yeah, I did that. That didn't make a lot of sense to me. Run out of gas and the points go to shit. So that was kind of weird. And I was driving it. Yeah, well, I was starting it and driving it a little bit here and there or whatever. So, but I don't know why the points went out or whatever. It just got corroded or something, or were corroded or whatever, and finally just gummed up or whatever. But yeah, had to redo a couple brake lines. Well, I guess that's more than 3 things wrong with it. Whatever. But had to do a little brake line here. It was like the crossover underneath the motor or whatever, and redid that. I haven't had to do anything with the brakes or anything like that themselves, except for the brake lines, like I just said, or whatever. And the seat's pretty tore up. Gas gauge stopped working, but I mean, I know how much gas is in there. The original AMF, or the AM, no FM radio still works. I just hooked up a little speaker to the underneath in there, and got her working and stuff, and the fan still works. It blows out a little bit of heat, but you're still blowing a, you're still getting a lot of airflow. The AC is still working here all year long. So yeah, side or gas tank in back of the seat there and stuff like that. No headliner, and but yeah, it's pretty rusty. I don't know if you can see this other side here, but down in like the vent, yeah, that's pretty raunchy right there. But overall, it's a good little truck. It same tires I got it as. That we're sitting out in the weeds with, so they still hold air. And I'll show you the bed. The bed's gotten obviously worse. It hasn't been kept covered or anything like that, or inside, so that's kind of poopy. But I mean, coil spring, the shocks are pretty crappy, so, but that's all right. Rides like an old oh, what do you call them? Man, I can't think of it right now. Whatever. Rides like an old car, an old boat car. I forget, Cadillac. There you go. Yeah, rides like an old Cadillac. So, but yeah, this side is actually the worst of the sides. You can on some places here. I don't know if you can see that it's you can see through or whatever, so that's kind of crappy. But I mean, for one owner, I really couldn't pass it up. So, and for $1,000, man, it's treated me good so far. So no problems other than that one thing I said with the engine and stuff like that. And the battery is a little old, but I got a donor battery from that truck, and if you watch the video, you'll know what I mean by the donor truck battery or whatever. So but yeah, I kind of want to put it in here. It's not a post battery, but you can buy post obviously and do that, because this battery is from, I don't know if you can see it, 04. Yeah, she still works. So yeah, so, but yeah, that's pretty much it. Redid the bezels. They were kind of rusty, so I painted them and stuff like that. So, but yeah, ain't nothing really else to say. Excuse me. Whew. But all right, thanks for watching.